So again, Sandy Roscoe, Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce. And so we are excited whenever he says, we're going to open a new office. I have someone opening a new office. Can we do a ribbon cutting? And I said, well, as long as it's somewhere in California, or give me a plane ticket. Whatever you want to do. Again, I've known him since October of 2007, and we just hit it off immediately and started just having an amazing connection. But it had nothing to do with real estate. It didn't even have anything to do with the chamber. And when I got here today, I hadn't met David yet in person. We'd seen each other and talked and everything, but hadn't met him in person. And one of the very first things we did, obviously, was start talking about the Lord. And then in walks Debbie and Daryl, and we continue that. And then in comes Alexis, and we start. So it's exciting for us to be here. It's exciting for us to just to be able to bless this location, continuing to work with Rudy. So it is just such a privilege and an honor for the chamber to follow wherever Rudy decides he's going to open an office, or somebody's going to open an office, or he's going to be doing some worthy cause marketing, or building the kingdom, or helping change lives. We want to definitely be part of that. So David, do you want to come up and welcome your guests? And Rudy, you want to come up and welcome some guests? And we have a couple certificates. Normally we have a lot of dignitaries and officials that come. The sad part of having an event like this in August is they're all on vacation. Because as you know, this is an election year, and they take their vacations, and all their staff takes vacations before the end of August, because once September comes, then they're campaigning. And we don't really want them campaigning here anyway. And we don't let them do that at chamber events, so it's okay that they don't come and campaign, but they're going to be mailing you certificates. So we're excited about that. But please come up. Rudy, please come up. Alexis.
Wow, so can't believe this is all happening today. It's just, I want to say that sometimes, in life we have new chapters. Sometimes we have like new beginnings, and sometimes just a new perspective of life. So I met Rudy actually in 2000, I think it was 2012. I was sharing with Sandy. But I didn't really get to meet Rudy right away. I met his wife right away, because if you know Rudy, it's very hard for him to stay put in one place. So, but I met Rudy, and I knew something about Rudy right away, because I met his wife, and that showed me a lot who Rudy was or is today. If you could, you can just really tell by a person's fruit by who he surrounds himself with, including his wife, Venny. So from 2012 to about 2018-19, I would run into them a lot at these real estate conferences. Got to spend a little bit of time with Venny here and there, not much time with Rudy, because he's a man on the go, and there's just nothing in his way that's really going to stop him. And that's truly like what I see today, what's happening today. It was not my plan, but I think this is something that Rudy's planned, and I'm part of it. And I feel like that's part of a blessing that I've been able to receive, to be part of somebody like him, because Rudy's a big leader in the business. I saw Rudy go from, just getting into the business, and quickly after that becoming, I remember him seeing posts and emails saying that he's in the top 100 RE/MAX agents in California. And I would say, just blinking my eyes, because how business can go so fast, and time can go by so fast. Next time I get another email or another announcement, he's in the top 10, and I'm like, man, this he's on a mission. And then shortly after that, it was like #1 RE/MAX agent in California, top 5 worldwide. So fantastic job what Rudy has done, and this is just a part of the mission that he's out there, which is ultimately his mission is just, if you look into the vision of the company, it's really just to help others, and that's Rudy's heart. Is we just heard it from Sandy, is that he's just on a mission to help people, and it just happens to be in real estate, which is, his vision of the company is to be the best place to work, buy, sell real estate in California. But it's no longer California, Rudy, right? I mean, he's already moving on to California, to Texas, and other states beyond that. So it's just a real honor and privilege to be part of this, and to be part of this new chapter here in my life, and as well as the people around me too. So thank you so much, Rudy. Thank you to Venny, the entire team at Your Home So Guaranteed Realty. I truly appreciate all the things that you do for all the team leaders, all the way down to your operations department, He's a guy that, will always put somebody's first. He defines a second mile. So there's a lot of times where you hear about like going that extra mile with people, but I would say Rudy defines it. Like if you want to set a standard out there, it's like Rudy's that standard of going that second mile. And if you can level up to that experience or that standard, then I would say that you're going to be along the side with Rudy with your business, which is, it's not staying still, it's always growing, it's multiplying super fast, and that's what Rudy brings. So when Rudy actually brought this up and said, hey, Dave, brought this day up, and it was like the easiest decision I've ever made in the last 15 years of me being in business. Of course I would do something like this. It was like the easiest decision. Sometimes I think, maybe in the past, maybe it was just the right time and everything like that, but I would say timing's everything. And so when he brought that up, I just thought it was just it was an honor. So, and now we're here. It's a no-brainer, and now we're just thinking like, okay, well, what's next? Well, I already know Rudy has what's next. I think we're going to go out there and bring more jobs to the community in Fullerton and local areas, bring more agents in the areas. That means there's more income flowing through people's houses. It's impacting people's lives, impacting their family lives, and just ultimately elevating everybody's lives and changing lives in the process. So congratulations, Rudy. I'm looking forward to the next years.
Okay, so congratulations, Dave, right? So Dave, stay here. What is Team Elevate?
Yeah, so, Rudy asked me, he's like, Dave, I need you to name the team. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not that creative, right? So I says, well, let's just, when I named it Team Elevate, I was thinking about just what it's going to do to people's lives by partnering up with Rudy. It's going to elevate the team's lives, the other team members that are not here yet, but they will be here soon. And so it's just going to elevate people's lives and their lifestyles. And, because I named it that, I really thought about Rudy while I was naming it, what it's really going to do to the team immediately, but also with other people that we're going to be touching. And on top of that, but he's a big giver out there. He's a big supporter, huge worthy cause, that he's just always behind people. And that's also, it touches them too as well. So elevate.
So congratulations to your home sold guaranteed realty here in Fullerton. Under the leadership of David Delgado, we believe this office will continue to grow, dominate this marketplace here and beyond. And when I first met Dave, what really got my attention was that I said, hey Dave, Dave has a vision to build this real estate office, but this is the first time I heard somebody said 100%. You guys know 100% of the profit from this real estate office go for a mission. Like, he designed a business, he designed a real estate sales team where 100% of the profit that comes from this, he planned to basically to give it away. I was like, man, I think that's an alignment in our core values. I need to learn from him because we didn't give away 100% of our profit, but they have a big vision to, hey, we want to build this business for that purpose. And then so that's when we get started. We know each other for 10 maybe, 10 years ago, first time I met him. But we really get into this partnership about maybe 8 months ago, right? So we were just doing a bicycle, actually. So when we were doing bicycling together, and he was just talking about the business and what we want to do, how we can partner up together so we can take it to the next level. And of course, we say, hey, I think that would be a good idea. Your home sold guaranteed realty, we already have the infrastructure, so that way Dave can just focus on growing the business. And in the last 6 months, can you share with everybody in the last 6 months, in the first 6 months in the business, we have multiplied. Why don't you introduce each one of the team lead, all your team here, and then all the success story in the very short period of time before we even launch this office. You have many success stories birthed out of this office. So this is why I'm so excited on what the future has for this office. And it all starts with the leaders, right? And I believe this office will do extremely well. I've watched Dave over the last 10 years, at least. His heart is on the right space, right? So his intent is on the right space. And then we partner up with all the infrastructure that we have. No wonder in a very short period of time we already birthed many success stories here. Why don't you brag a little bit about the people here at Team Elevate, your home sold guaranteed realty in Fullerton, and bring them here so everybody can see. We'll take a picture here and then we'll just get it rolling that way.
Yeah, team, why don't we come over right over here? Come on. Come on. Woo! Let's go. Yeah. All right. This is Karina.
Hello, everyone.
Karina actually started in the real estate team what day? I'm bad with time frame, so.
I started with David a year ago.
A year ago.
Yeah. So full time with your home sale guaranteed in December. I did my whole, work that I needed to get done in order to get the leads, and within my first week, I opened escrow. So I have.
Come on!
Yeah,
Woo!
my first week receiving the leads. Yes. I had a Zero Con.
And,
thank you.
And that the purchase price, the purchase price was not the average purchase price that she was working with on this lead.
Yes.
Right? So the awesome part about this is that she was essentially brand new in the business. Even though she started before that, she was actually not full-time. So it was very part-time. And so when she jumped on, when we made this whole transition with Your Home Sold Guaranteed at the beginning of the year, she came across this lead, this motivated buyer out there that Rudy's office supplied to her. She went on the appointment, and it was like this person was dealing with somebody that's been years in the experience in the business, right? And as a result of that, it was all that training that the team has done, like the company has provided for her. And it's just amazing because a person, they start writing reviews, and you read these reviews and you can see how these people are getting touched by the systems and tools, right, and the training at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. So this is Mark Galvan. He's been in the real estate industry for how many years, Mark? Long time. Long time. Mark's a seasoned real estate agent out there, super helpful for the team, always here to support. You name it, Mark's always there. He's always a guy that wants to just further his knowledge in the business to better help his clients. And he's ever since joining Your Home Sold Guaranteed, has continued to build his pipeline. And I can see Mark just growing as a person too. So one of the benefits of joining Your Home Sold Guaranteed, what I see is it's Team Elevate, right? We're just not here for business purposes only. We're here to help each other grow as a person. And that's really what I see out of Mark these last few months of being part of the team here. Julie Garza. So Julie Garza's been, I think she started right before COVID. So if you guys remember what those times were, 2 weeks before COVID. So 2 weeks before COVID, Julie started, and she was also part of the team that also transitioned over to Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And talking about somebody else also just, changing in terms of business, but also I just talked to a client just recently, and he says, man, I like Julie so much, like she's just a good person out there. And it's just awesome to hear that people from our clients actually talking that really good type of good feedback. And it just says a lot about who she's becoming through this whole process. So not only she's respected by others in the business, but she's also being respected in terms of her clients. So great job, Julie.
I mean, I came onto the team already kind of knowing the Craig Proctor system because I had been with Dave for a while. But meeting Rudy and just kind of tuning our skills a little bit more and learning to implement what he was teaching us on top of what Dave already taught us, it was like master on top of master for me. So, and then, Omar's doing really well, and that kind of helps out our team. Whenever anybody does something good, we're very encouraging. We lift each other up. We have like a group chat. Every time somebody does something good, we're always praising them. And we're always saying, who's next? Let's go, Team Elevate. So we really do work as a team here. And I could see that Your Home Sold Guaranteed as a team too. Whenever I've asked anybody for help, they've always been very helpful. So I'm just grateful to be a part of Dave's team and obviously to be a part of Rudy's team. So
It's win-win. Come on. Alex is just a quick background like with Alex. So Alex is, I would say, probably for about 2 years now. Alex, 2 years, right? A little over 2 years. And he was working full-time at another company, starting real estate. Met him at a conference, the same kind of type of conference that I met Rudy at. And he says, hey, can you help me with this? And, you know, after him working his full-time job, he'd come into the office, and very coachable guy and very, very hard worker. But he has an interesting story to share with, I think, all of us that is very touching to me, because, you know, Alex puts in a lot of time and work. And would you mind sharing just, you know, the last couple of years and the story about joining Your Home Sold Guaranteed and not joining it, kind of not sure? And
well, joining just gives you shortcuts on the real estate market. You learn from people that already have experience on it, so you're not there trying to test everything. You already have the shortcuts because they already tell you this is what you could do. It's just a shortcut for me. That's why I look at it. You get everybody else's experience and they show you it, so you don't have to do the mistake yourself.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So it gives you
Right.
the shortcut. Power construction, 25 years. And then you start off as an apprentice. You have to learn until you get experience. It's the same thing in any kind of job. But here you're learning way before, like, you know, Karina has 1 or 2 years. She's learning from somebody that's been doing it a long time, and just shortcuts. She don't have to spend 10 years trying to figure something out. She's going to figure it out in the first couple of years. So
Awesome. You know what I see is that a lot of times, you know, through this type of training system here at Your Home Sold Guaranteed, is like, we don't want to have the clients, you know, like go through a process, which is one of the biggest biggest events that they're going to go through, right? Next to, like, you know, I don't know, it's like financial purchase, right? So what we're hearing right here is that, you know, the training just equips them to go out there and serve well, right? Like we go out there to serve people. We don't go out to sell people. And through the training, though, it literally is designed that way. And when you serve others first, because it's right there, go serve big, right? When you put others first, you'll never be second. I mean, that's the culture here at Your Home Sold Guaranteed, right? And it comes from the leadership and others, and then it's part of you, like it's part of the people, it's part of you guys. Like, you guys are out here serving, and you guys are out there putting other people's first. And when you do that, then you win. Who wins first? Client wins, because we're always putting them first, right? And that's just the amazing part about it. And then before you know it, you start winning. When you start winning, you know, if you're married, your spouse starts winning, your kids start winning, right? And it's just a winning. It feels good to win, right? So next up is I'm trying to get in touch with this guy all the time, because all I see him is like Universal Studios, Disneyland. I don't know if he works anymore, but Omar is just that's the he is. Yeah, he is. You know when there's success when you see people out there doing the things that they weren't doing before, right? And that's what I see out about Omar. Success also is not just, you know, in business, but success with his family. I can tell there's success that's going on in his mind. I can tell that, you know, you can tell when success starts to breed off somebody. And it's all part of that winning spirit that Your Home Sold Guaranteed brings, right? It's the culture, but it's not just Rudy. It's everyone part of the company, but it is led by Rudy. But more than anything, it's without you guys, then we don't have the spirit. We don't have put people's first. We don't have the vision. We don't have the mission. But the thing is that we all get bought into it, and when you get bought into it, then you win. So I'll let Omar share his winning stories.
Good morning, everybody. So when I met David, I actually met David at a conference here in, I believe it was here in Anaheim about 1.5 years ago. And I was working at a brokerage in Downey where I did not learn nothing. There was nothing going on. It was, God bless you, go knock on some doors, come back with somebody. If not, don't come back. So I didn't even know how to log into the MLS. That's how little bit of training we had. I kid you not. So I was ready to throw in the towel, like, this is not for me. Let me go back to my day job. And sure enough, I ran into David on stage. I was like, I gotta follow this guy on Instagram and call him and see what he's doing, that I can jump in and see if we can make this real estate thing work out. He said, come over here. The same day I came over to this office, signed in with him. I worked with him for about a few months before we jumped into Your Home Sold Guaranteed. And ever since then, it just uphill from there. I had a few deals before coming to Rudy, but we already learned the Craig Proctor way, the scripts, and so we already had the upper hand coming in with Rudy. It was like, okay, we already know it all. Well, not like that, but we already know, instead of like someone that's just freshly into Rudy's office. So it helped out a lot, and I'm very coachable, David. I don't know if David mentioned it, but I'm very coachable. I took it from one next to the next one, and I started having 3 escrows in a month, 2 escrows, and I started closing one after the next, and it just feels rewarding when you just start seeing income increasing so much with the work that we put in. It's a fantastic feeling. Plus, you meet a lot of people. You get to be involved in their life. You change their lives, and it's very rewarding. And I get to change my daughter's life. That's what makes me want to continue getting better, so I can change her life and she can be the next Rudy. I don't know if Rudy can hear me, but my daughter wants to be the next Rudy. She wants to take over. Yeah, she wants to take over the city. But she sees a lot that I do, and it's great. We had an open house recently I love to tell this story. I don't know if Rudy heard this one, but we had an open house for Julie about 2 months ago, maybe less. A client came in. She had a realtor, but he didn't show up because he was lazy. I don't know what happened. But these clients come in, and I was like, okay, let me hit them with the VIP and the kitchen table. So it was a lot of us that day there. So I was like, let me explain, yada, yada, yada. We got everything done. They signed. We got them into escrow the next few, like maybe a week or less. We closed it out, and that was it. That's how easy it was. It's just everybody was like, wow, you were really nailing it with these clients. It was like just one after the next. My daughter was like, man, I saw you working hard. I was like, well, we saw the opportunity. Vivian was like, get this client. If it wasn't because of Vivian, I would have not had that client. It would have just went right by me. So I give a lot of credit to Vivian for her pushing me, like, get this one. So I did it. I walked them through, and she was there. So she threw more gasoline in the fire, pretty much. Vivian was explaining the loan process, and then Julie got involved, and then we all just did a team effort. So it was no failing after that. We got them into escrow. It was a smooth ride. We actually closed earlier than it was supposed to be. I believe it was a 21-day escrow, right? And we closed it out like in 14. The clients were so thankful. They were getting evicted from their home. So there's a backstory to it. They were getting evicted. They were going through some madness. We got them into the property, thank God, and they gave us an awesome review. They're gonna do a testimonial. They're gonna call my man here, and it just, there were so many stories so far with Rudy and Rudy's office. I can go on and on and on, and we're gonna need more coffee right now. But you're right. But thank God I got to meet David at the right time. I was about to throw in the towel, and then we got to meet Rudy, and it's been uphill since then. One after the next. And I just want to have no less than 2 escrows per month in escrow, maybe 3, and keep it pushing, keep it going. Yeah, thank you.
When you're talking about those stories, if you remember 2007 when I met Rudy, at the end of 2007, then comes 2008. Real estate market not so great, life not so great. And I saw Rudy do something really, I had never seen this done with any of our realtors before. He started on his own taking lunch to some of the hospital and some different offices. He would just call and say, can I come bring lunch? Because what he told the employer was, your employees are not giving you 100%. Not because they're not good employees, but they're losing their homes. They're getting evicted. They're losing everything. But if I could come in and bring them lunch on their lunch hour and help them, they'll become better employees because they won't be sneaking off to make phone calls and taking calls from creditors. And I had never heard that happen before. So we're introducing him. He said, who can you introduce me to? So I'm thinking of all the different corporations and different companies in the chamber. And I had never seen that done before. No realtor that I knew had done that. And he just showed up. Again, he didn't have any money. Shows up, fixes, serves lunch. And his whole story was, I'm going to help your employees be better employees because they're not going to be taking extra lunchtime, and they're not going to be sneaking out to make phone calls because they're losing everything and they can't concentrate on their job. How can they? And he stepped in, and to watch, I've almost felt this is my child, watch him grow up this way, watch him come along, but to see him implement ideas and plans that nobody had done before. Had you heard that? You hadn't heard that. None of us had seen that happen. None of his real estate buddies. Nobody had seen that. And he said, well, how can they concentrate? We got to help them. And if you're new to Rudy or to the core values, if you've never been in his other office, I really suggest that you go through and just read the core values that are up on the wall that they live by. And one of the things that Rudy didn't share before, but he has a mission of how much do you want to donate to Children's Hospital? What is the goal?
Wow, it's so dangerous, Sandy remembers everything. As she was telling all these stories, in my mind I was like, oh my gosh. Remember, you guys, this is happened in 2007, 2008, right? So be careful. Whatever you do to Sandy today, she'll remember you 20 years from now, 50 years from now. So I think, but Sandy, you bring up a good point. As the market continues to change, I want to encourage everybody. It's not about the resources that you have, right? Remember, when I first met Sandy, Dave, in 2007, I literally just got started, right? So it's not about the resources that you have, but it's about how resourcefulness you are. So what Sandy is talking about back in 2007, 2008 is that I had no clients. We literally just set up the business. So how can we generate clients for free at no cost, because we have no money to generate clients. So basically what Sandy is talking about is an employee group benefits. So Sandy introduced me opening up doors to companies or the cities. So I went to city halls, police department, the fire department and stuff. And basically we sponsor lunch. Yes. We just bring a pizza, and then we introduce it as a group employee benefits when we show them that, look, when you work with our team, we're going to give you access to homes, for example, homes that you cannot see online. And because you work here in ABC Corporation, we are giving you a 10% discount of our commission. Right, so that's what Sandy is talking about as a group employee benefit. But I think we just have to work hard, right, Sandy? We have to work hard. We have to have good ethics and moral, and like Dave has reminded all of us just now. When you put others first, you will never be second. And one of my mentors, Zig Ziglar, said, "You can get anything in life, right? You will get anything in life if you help other people to get what they want." So that's, I think, as Sandy was talking about things from 15, 20 years ago, I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so it's continue about, so the entire Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty here, we are on a mission to help you, our associates, to be the best version that you can be. And I hope that now Dave has beautifully, in a very short period of time, literally in months, you can see people's life completely change. So that's why I'm so excited, Sandy, for the grand opening of this office, because look at this. This is all happening pre-launch. Yes. Right? As they are setting up, as they are still trying to figure out our system, you can already see success stories. But can you imagine once this office really grabs the system?
Watch that team elevate. Watch them go. Hey, Vivian, you're going to have your work cut out.
Like, man, this office here, I told Dave, man, we will have to break walls here.
Yes, and that'll be a good thing, right? I do want to introduce one of our ambassadors that's here, Donna Lee, Chamber Ambassador, and she's just really always so supportive. So we do have some certificates. I said dignitaries were mailing those. We personally deliver ours that Alexis has created. So I'm going to turn the mic over to you, please, Alexis.
Thank you, Sandy. And this is an honor for the San Gabriel Chamber of Commerce to be part of this office as well. Some people will say that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step, right? I will say that it starts with a dream on a bike. But beyond elevating the team, elevating the people that are here in this office. Beyond that, you are elevating this community, and you are doing it to something greater for every single one who are here. They have different families, they're part of different communities, but together you are elevating them as well, as one. And this office, same as the core values that this office represent, the second mile, you start living the second mile today. As you open the doors to every single employee in this office to be empowered by your home soul realty and do even greater things in this community. On behalf of the San Gabriel Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, I have 2 certificates to present to you. Certificate of congratulations presented to David Delgado on the grand opening of this beautiful new Your Home Soul Guarantee Realty office. The welcoming, energetic city of Fullerton. In the welcoming, energetic city of Fullerton. We are pleased to join with friends, co-workers, and community in the celebration of this exciting ribbon cutting ceremony. David, how wonderful to have even greater opportunities to provide second, third, and 4th mile service to the community at large. The San Gabriel Chamber of Commerce wish you many blessings and much great success.
All right.
Yay, David.
I also have one similar for Your Home Soul Realty, Guarantee Realty, because you're part of now this amazing family. With Rudy, with all the resources you have, and with all the people that love you to be part of this community, you are set for success. So, certificate of congratulations presented to Your Home Soul Guarantee Realty on the grand opening of this beautiful new real estate office in the warm, welcoming city of Fullerton. We are pleased to join with friends, co-workers, and community in the celebration of this exciting ribbon cutting ceremony. Your Home Soul Guarantee Realty now has even more opportunities to provide second mile service to the community at large. The San Gabriel Chamber of Commerce wish you many blessings and much great success because you deserve it. And lastly, on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors and the ambassadors, we would like to present the the plaque that you can post in your wall and proudly say that you are a member of this Chamber of Commerce. And yes, it took like 42 to 45 minutes from St. Gabriel. Totally worth it to meet your community, to be here, and to be empowered by your dream. Congratulations.